Good day. Yeah. Ion, day 6. Ion says, the kind of thing I judge that a man would say, and a woman would say, and a slave and a free man, a subject and a ruler, the suitable thing for each. Can't remember where we stopped, so no clue what he's talking about. Socrates, maybe he reminds me. You mean the rhapsode will know better what the ruler of a ship in a storm at sea should say than will the pilot? No, in that case the pilot will know better. But suppose it is the ruler of a sick man. Will the rhapsode know better what the ruler should say than will the doctor? No, not in that case either. But you say the kind of speech that suits a slave. Yes. You mean, for instance, if the slave is a cowherd, it is not he who will know what one should say to quiet angry cattle, but the rhapsode. Surely not. Well, the kind of speech that suits a woman, one who spins about the working up of wool. No. Well, the rhapsodist will know the kind of speech that suits a man, a general exhorting these soldiers. Yes, that's the sort of thing the rhapsodist will know. What is the rhapsodist's art, the general's? At all events, I ought to know the kind of speech a general should make, Ion says. Socrates. Indeed, you doubtless have the talents of the general, Ion, and suppose you happen to have skill in horsemanship, with skill in playing on the lyre. You would know when horses were well or badly ridden. But if I asked you, by which art, Ion, do you know what horses are well managed? Is it because you are a horseman or because you play the lyre? What answer would you give me? I should say it is by my skill as a horseman. Then, too, if you were picking out good players on the lyre, you would admit that you discern them by your art in playing the lyre, and not by your art as horsemen. Yes. But when you know of military matters, do you know them because you are competent as a general or as a rhapsode? I cannot see a bit of difference. What? No difference, you say? You mean to call the art of the rhapsode and the art of the general a single art, or two? To me there is a single art. And so, I imagine he has never been a general. And so, whoever is an able rhapsode is going to be an able general as well? Unquestionably Socrates. Socrates. And then whoever happens to be an able general is an able rhapsode too. No, I don't think that holds. But you think the other does? That whoever is an able rhapsode is an able general too? Absolutely. Well, you are the ablest rhapsodist in Greece. Yes, Socrates, by far. And the ablest general, Ion? The ablest one in Greece? You may be sure of it, for, Socrates, I learned this also out of Homer. It's like learning how to make love from the Kama Sutra. Then Ion, how in heaven's name is this? You are at once the ablest general and ablest rhapsodist amongst the Greek, and yet you go about Greece performing as a rhapsode, but not as a general. What think you? The Greeks are in great need of a rhapsode adorned with a wreath of gold, and no need of a general at all? It is because my native city, Socrates, is under your dominion and your military rule, and has no need whatever of a general. As for yours and Lacedaemon, neither would choose me for general. You think yourself sufficient to yourselves. Excellent, Ion. You know who Apollodorus is of Cyzicus, don't you? What might he be? The man whom the Athenians at various times have chosen for their general, although he is an alien. Ouch, Socrates. Socrates is mean to this guy. I imagine he deserves it. Does seem a little bit full of himself. The same is true of Panusthenes of Ardros and Heraclitus of Clazomenae, also aliens, who nevertheless, when they had shown their competence, were raised to a generalship by the city and put in other high positions. Okay, so maybe there's a problem in me for thinking someone is mean for pointing out the truth. And Dion of Ephesus, will she not elect him general and accord him honors if his worth becomes apparent? Why, you inhabitants of Ephesus are originally Athenians, are you not? And Ephesus is a city inferior to none. But the fact is, Ion, that if you are right, if it really is by art and knowledge that you are able to praise Homer, then you do me wrong. You assure me that you have much fine knowledge about Homer, and you keep offering to display it. But you are deceiving me. Far from giving the display, you will not even tell me what subject it is on which you are so able, though all this while I have been entreating you to tell. No, you are like Proteus. You twist and turn, this way and that, assuming every shape until finally you elude my grasp and reveal yourself as a general. Oh, he is funny. I'm not sure if it's Socrates or Plato who is funny, but he is funny. And all in order not to show how skilled you are in the lore concerning Homer. So if you are an artist, and as I said just now, if you only promised me a display on Homer in order to deceive me, then you are at fault. But if you are not an artist, if by lot divine you are possessed by Homer, and so, knowing nothing, speaks many things and fine about the poet, just as I said you did, then you do no wrong. Choose, therefore, how you will be called by us, whether we shall take you for a man unjust or for a man divine. I want to not even glimpse. I can't remember the last words. We're almost there. But if you are going to be possessed, by whom would you want to be possessed, or what? Ion. Let's see what he says. The difference, Socrates, is great. It is far lovelier to be deemed divine. Socrates, this lovelier title, Ion, shall be yours, to be in our minds divine, and not an artist in praising Homer. So Socrates comes back to what he previously stated. It's by inspiration that we speak of, that we recite the great poets. Well, the poet is inspired, firstly, and writes, or recites, and then we who quote him are inspired by his vein, in his vein. I would probably need to continue doing this because I'm not very good at putting my thoughts in words, and this does seem to be a way to train myself that skill. Oh, cool, Protagoras is the next. So, yes. So be it then. Have a good day.